Breaking now at 5, the Cleveland Browns are leaving Cleveland.
The Haslam's choice to move the team away from this progress is frustrating and profoundly disheartening.
After months of closed-door meetings debating a renovated downtown stadium or a brand new one.
This is a big project, okay? No matter which direction we go into, it's complicated.
Cleveland's mayor says the team finally decided. They want to play under a dome in Brook Park.
Mayor Bibb was clearly frustrated, but measured this afternoon when he discussed his disappointment, saying he learned the team was pulling out of Cleveland when he met with the Haslams last night.
So what does all of this mean for the cities of both Cleveland and Brook Park? We have a team of reporters gathering reaction this evening, and we begin with our Michelle Jarboe, who is live outside of Huntington Bank Field.
Hi, Damon. Yeah, Mayor Bibb said he wasn't surprised, but this is a big blow, putting the future of this lakefront stadium site in play. During a news conference at City Hall, the mayor said he tried everything, offering first to help pay for renovations at the city-owned stadium, later proposing part of Burke Lakefront Airport as a development site.
We put those options on the table in good faith. But unfortunately, that was not enough.
Cleveland's offer couldn't compete with this vision of a new dome on a 175-acre site with room for lots of parking and other development. The mayor said his door is open if the Browns change their minds, or if this project in Brook Park turns out to be too heavy of a lift. But Bibb says he won't put the city's finances at risk to make a deal.
The Haslam Sports Group may want a roof over their heads, but it is my responsibility as the mayor of this great city to ensure Cleveland residents have a roof over theirs.
So this was a week of big highs and lows here on the lakefront. The city just won $60 million in federal grants for its plan to remake this whole area. And the mayor said that despite this loss, he's still committed to doing just that. Live in Cleveland, Michelle Jarboe, News 5.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. It is just beginning, and Mayor Bibb is the one who actually broke the news today, not the Browns organization.
But just within the last half hour, owners Jimmy and Dee Haslam did release a lengthy statement explaining their decision. News 5's Cameron Justice was at the Browns facility in Berea. Cam, you've been there all day, joining us now there live tonight.
And Cam, what is the mood like there?
Well, guys, it's hard to tell what the mood is like because the Browns found out about this press conference at the same time that we found out. They were on the practice fields getting ready for their Week 7 matchup against the Bengals. But the Haslams, as you said, did release a statement regarding this decision. That statement reading in part, our most impactful investment for our region is to focus on making a dome stadium and adjacent development in Brook Park a reality. With the funding mechanisms we continue to work on, this stadium will not use existing taxpayer-funded streams that would divert resources from other more pressing needs. A solution like this will be transformative not only for Cleveland and Northeast Ohio, but also the entire state of Ohio from the resulting events, tourism, and job creation. Additionally, moving the current stadium will allow the city and region's collective vision for the Cleveland lakefront to be optimally realized. Now, Jimmy Haslam was at Browns practice today. He was observing the team when we found out that Mayor Bibb was holding this press conference. And we've known that this was a possibility for a long time. So over the past couple months, we've heard from some players and from the Haslams about what this decision means. A lot of these guys are just looking forward to playing football in whatever stadium that they're given.
And if you ask what's the right answer is what is best for our fans, okay? That is driving 90% of the decision making. What's best for our fans? Because these are long-term decisions. This isn't a 5-year decision, a 10-year decision. It's at least a 20-year decision, maybe more. So what is best for our fans will ultimately drive what we do.
I got to pass that along to the fans and see how do they feel about the stadium renderings and stuff. This is my first year here. I'm just happy to put on the Browns uniform and go out there and play great football.
For me, honestly, I mean, like I said, I'm a Cleveland guy, so I mean, I appreciate all the history that's going into the stadium that we're playing in currently. Nothing's wrong with change, though. If we end up deciding to move the stadium, I mean, I'll be open to it. I'm just wherever I could go play some football, I'm cool with.
Now, again, these are things that they've said over the past couple months. We'll hear from the Browns tomorrow at practice about how they feel now that the mayor has addressed this and that Brook Park seems to be the future for the Cleveland Browns. For now, in Berea, Cameron Justice, News 5.
Cam, thanks so much. You heard Jimmy and Jameis both talk about the fans there. So what are they saying? Browns fans have had strong opinions about whether the team should stay in Cleveland or move to Brook Park.
News 5's Clay Lepard, he spoke with fans today about this decision. And Clay, what is the verdict?
Damon and Katie, there's a general consensus when it comes to what Guardians fans are hoping from the team tonight. But when it comes to Browns fans and what they want with the future stadium plans, there's a bit more of a debate even after today's announcement. At a time when people are putting their opinions to work at the polls, we wanted to know, what would Browns fans have voted for, Brook Park or Cleveland? You agree with it?
No.
You wanted them to stay here in Cleveland?
I want them to stay in Cleveland. I love my Browns.
You would have voted to stay in Cleveland?
Right. Why they have to go out of here?
Why's that?
Because those are my team. Why they have to go somewhere else?
But this ballot measure of sorts isn't as simple as that. You have to compare a renovated stadium versus a new dome.
Yeah, this way we can have more events. Not just using the stadium, 8 times a year? Makes sense to use it more.
The whole idea of coming to a game in northeastern Ohio is the fact you're going to be sitting in crappy weather. It's called a home field advantage, not a dome field advantage.
And this poll can't be limited to just those at the ballot box. So we traveled to the mecca of Cleveland sports for today, Progressive Field, ahead of the ALCS Game 3. What did you want?
You know, it's actually a pain to get to the stadium here in town. You can't park anywhere. It's hard to get in and out. Hopefully it'll be a little less congested near the airport.
Doesn't matter to me. Just a longer bus ride to get there.
Be honest with you, ever since they traded for Watson, I kind of lost faith in all of them.
I think the stadium is great where it's at now, but hey, in the future we do have to accept change.
Change is coming. Now, if only change was coming when it comes to the momentum of this series, Damon and Katie.
We're going to have much more on that coming up. Clay, thank you so much with the fan reaction about the big decision regarding the Browns. All right, and right now we have continuing coverage for you on the News 5 app and website, including the mayor's full news conference where he discussed negotiations with the Haslams, what was offered to get them to stay, including things that we hadn't even heard about just yet. So that and more right now on news5cleveland.com. Also stay with us because coming up at 5:30, we will have a reaction from Brook Park's mayor about this decision.